if you know anything about my training, I have students who have been training with me since 1995, 96, almost 20 years. So if there's a faster, better way to do things, I want to share that with my students. I don't want to waste your time. Time is money. So I'm going to go back here to the back end of this, and based on these choices, I already have this installed. Again, this is called, scroll down here to the bottom so you can see it's called WP Example Content. I really like this plugin. There's others like it, but this is really the best because this will add a bunch of dummy pages and dummy posts, and when you're done with it, you can click one button and get rid of all the dummy information. So I click right here, that's going to add sample posts and sample pages. So if I come up here to my front end, so drum roll please, if I refresh the pages, you will now see that I have tons of content. But wait, there's more. If I come over here for a second, and let's say I'm now ready to get all my clients' real content, good luck with that, by the way, because you can wait a long time to get the stuff from your client. But I'm done with this, so I'm going to say, hey, remove all this stuff. Now again, it does say sample post, but it puts pages and posts in there. So now if I come here and refresh the pages, the information is now gone. So I'm going to go back there and reenact that, or reinitialize that, add bundle sample post. So therefore, if I come back to the front end again and hit the refresh button, it is back. So if I come back in here and hit the refresh page, there is my post. Now, one thing you're not going to see happening right now, because we have to set this up here, is this information is not going into the custom menu because I need to set up a custom menu. So how do I do that? Well, very simply. Again, here's front end, here's back end. So back end, based on these choices, I go under appearance and I select menus. Now keep in mind, I go much more meticulously step by step. This is just to understand how I teach, get you involved in the thinking process, and this is how I teach all my courses. I've been doing this for a very long time. I've been teaching for 27 years, so there's a faster, better way to comprehend this and get this into your thinking. I want to share something with you. Okay, software is nothing more than a language. If you don't understand the nouns and the syntax and the verbs and the adjectives and the objectives, you can't speak properly. So I teach you how the software thinks, and through that type of thinking, I'm going to type in main menu. Now, just like in any other WordPress theme, you can have multiple menus. I'm just going to create something called main menu and create. Then, based on these choices, I'm simply going to come over here and say, let's add all this stuff to my menu. So I'm going to select all and add to menu. Now, since these pages are set up in kind of a categorized sequence, I'm going to say under multiple paragraph, I'm going to have a child page, which I'm going to put right here, and a grandparent child page to put it underneath here. Then I'm also going to go to my links, and under the link page, I'm going to have a block quote, an unordered list, and then I want my image page to be up on top. So I have a header page, image page, and this is how it'll be set up. Based on these choices, I save the menu. Now, an important step here, that again, getting back to the whole scenario of template, layout rows, which we haven't talked about yet, by the way. This is just all set up by default, but I just want to get you up and running with the Ultimatum theme. So if I go down here to save the changes and go back to my front end and refresh the page, we'll now see that here's my menu choices. And if I click here, here's my sub menu. Here's my child page, here's my grandfather page, there's my link page, there's my block quote, there's my unordered list. So if I wanted to go to, say, my grandchild page, boom, it takes me right to that page. Now in this particular case, I don't have post because this is a page. I will share with you how to correct that. Here's an image page, here's a links page, and here's a header page. Now, this is all very well and dandy, but then how do I change that? Well, Ultimatum makes this really, really simple. So in the next video, I will share with you how to change the layout, because right now this is what the layout looks like by default. This is the layout that ships out of the box in the Ultimatum theme. Now, again, this is the front end here, and the reason you're seeing this information on top because I'm logged in as the admin, but I'll share with you a little trick here. I'm in Chrome. You can do this in other browsers as well. You can do this in Firefox by saying private window. So I'm going to copy that URL. I'm going to go up here to File, New Incognito, say that 5 times fast, Menu. So therefore, it's just going to show me the page without that extra stuff up on top. So this is what the user would see. This is what the viewer would see. So based on these choices, I'm going to go to the Ultimatum theme. This is my Ultimatum theme setup right here. And if I can edit the page right here as well, and I can edit this with Visual Composer. Now, Visual Composer is what comes with the Ultimatum theme. We're not going to talk much about this right now, but we'll talk more about setting up a layout the way that you want to do it, kind of like Burger King, having it your way. I'm going to share with you some really cool techniques. We're going to add some slideshows to this. We're going to do some multiple column stuff. And coming up in subsequent videos, I'm going to share with you something really cool, and this is really the reason you want to use the Ultimatum theme, is custom post types. Say that 5 times fast. Custom post types. I'm going to share with you how to do custom post types coming up in subsequent videos, but in our next video, I will share with you how to do your own custom layout. So stay tuned.